So this is mostly going to be a talking head video. You're not going to see a lot of fancy B-roll because I get the same question towards the end of the year every single year. Should I buy a laptop now or wait for the new ones that come out in 2023? Well, first we got to discuss a timeline, okay? The new laptops are not going to be announced until January at CES. That's when NVIDIA, AMD, Intel will announce their new CPUs and GPUs, and you probably won't be able to buy one until at least March. Sometimes in February, there's one or two that you can buy, but most of the stuff that's coming out will be March and forward. So that's the time frame you kind of have to look at. Now, it depends on your situation. If you need a tool now, buy it. If it's affecting your life, the current laptop you own, it's causing you to lose business, not get your work done on time, and have sleepless nights, just buy it. But if you're just like using a laptop now, it's good, but you're thinking of upgrading and you have some more time, it really depends on your situation. Like right now, there's a lot of good deals happening for laptops. So if you want to take advantage of that, I suggest you do. But if you're just buying like a thin and light notebook, like an Ultrabook, like a Dell XPS 13, or I don't know, a ZenBook or something, then you're not going to see that much of a performance difference waiting until next year. Like 12th gen Intel to 13th gen Intel is built on the same architecture. It's still using 10 nanometers, okay? It's still going to cause the fans to go on. It's still going to get hot. It's going to be the same situation going from 12 to 13. So get the deal, buy the laptop, and don't look back. The only reason to truly wait for thin and light notebooks is if you want something different that's not the CPU. So this year we saw a lot of OLED displays. I think that's going to be happening in 2023, more laptops with more OLED, but I also think we're going to see laptops with mini LED displays. So there's going to be more options to choose from. Now it's going to be the same situation. If you want better battery life, you got to go with AMD, but based on the leaks of the processors that they're releasing, it's going to be a mix again. Like you're going to have a lot of 7000 series U series CPUs being used with 6000 series architecture and cores. So I'm not expecting that massive of a performance jump. Now, if you're a gamer, that's where you should probably wait. Like these 13th gen H series processors are getting a nice performance bump. Like we saw a 25% performance increase going from 12th gen to 13th gen. Now it's still gonna run hot, like I mentioned before, but you do get more cores. So instead of 10, 12, and 16 for 12th gen, i5, i7, i9, we're going from 14, 16 to 24 cores on an i9 13th gen processor. So those multi-core speeds are going to be a nice performance bump compared to the previous year. These chips are going to be required to be in a very thick chassis. Like there's just nothing like the MacBook series of M chips coming to Windows right now. Like that's another 3 to 5 years away. But the biggest upgrade is going to be when it comes to the GPU. These new RTX 40 series GPUs are coming to laptops. Even the 4090 apparently is coming to laptops, and that's where you're gonna see the biggest jump in performance. Like you don't have this kind of jump in performance with NVIDIA GPUs every single year. It happens every 3 years. And going from like a 30 series GPU on a desktop to a 40 series, you're looking at like a 60 to 70% performance increase, and that's absolutely massive if you're a gamer. Now, if you are looking at an RTX 4090 in a laptop, expect it to be very expensive. Like this is not gonna be a cheap product. You're not getting it for 1,500 bucks. You're talking about a big clunker, like an MSI GE76 or an Asus Strix 17-inch Scar, or even the upcoming rumored Razer Blade 18. Like this is gonna need a lot of cooling and it's gonna need a big chassis. The good news though is that they are releasing an RTX 4070, a 4080 Ti, and even a 4060 Ti and 4060. They're saying that the 4080 Ti and 4090 will run at 175 watts, so big chassis. 4070 you'll probably see in laptops like the M16, the G15, the Lenovo Legion 5i Pro. And then of course you have the 4060 and 4060 Ti, which will probably run anywhere from like 100 to 120 watts. AMD, on the other hand, we don't know how good their RX 7000 series GPUs are going to be, but based on one rumor we've seen that it could potentially be as fast, or at least the top end 7000 series GPU could be as fast as a 6950 XT in a desktop processor. Now, I'd take that with a grain of salt. I don't think it's gonna be that powerful, but if they can get it close to that, that could be a huge deal for gamers. So here's the thing. Gaming laptops next year are gonna be super exciting. Everything else, not so much, okay? So if you're someone who's buying a tool for work and you're losing time and money because your current laptop is not performing well, take advantage of one of the good deals out there and just buy it today. It's a tool after all. If you're someone who's in the market but doesn't need to upgrade right away, the main difference you'll see with thin and lights is just gonna be options, like better displays, maybe different keyboards, different designs, but in terms of overall performance and battery life, between Intel and AMD, it's gonna feel very similar. But if you're a gamer, do not buy today if you have to. The 4000 series GPU and laptops are going to be massive. I'm actually really excited for it because we're gonna get some crazy performance for gaming on laptops starting next year. So if you can, hold out to see what happens. If you have any questions about this video or what laptop you should buy, let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.